This week we have read two books, and our skill this week is comparing and contrasting two similar stories. What graphic organizer is beneficial, which means good, for comparing and contrasting? Talk to your team before we see what's underneath the blue rectangle. If your team said a Venn diagram, you are on the right track. Your team will be listening to a story called Toys of Yesterday and Today. It is important that you follow all of the directions and do what is asked of the team during the activity pages. Good luck and have fun. Toys of Yesterday and Today. Most kids today like to play with toys. Pioneer children like to play with toys too. Some of the toys they played with are similar to modern toys. Other pioneer toys are very different from modern toys. Have you ever thought about toys from the past? Come along and learn about the toys of yesterday and today. Children in the 1800s played with some of the same toys kids play with today. For example, they played with blocks and dolls. They also had small toy animals and trains like modern children do. They also like to do some of the same things modern kids like to do for fun. For example, pioneer kids like to play make-believe. They also like to build things. Some pioneer toys were made out of the same materials as modern toys. Like their modern-day relatives, pioneer toys were made out of wood, cloth, and metal. Pioneer children often made their own toys. They used things they could find easily. For example, dolls were made from apple cores and corn husks. Pioneer toys were usually plain and simple. Children or few adults made the toys by carving wood. Few pioneer families could afford to buy toys. Today, children usually buy their toys at the store. Most modern toys are made by machines and materials such as plastic. The blocks a pioneer child played with were usually made of wood. Today's blocks are often made of cloth or plastic. Modern blocks, unlike pioneer blocks, are usually brightly painted. Modern toys often come neatly wrapped in boxes or bags. Toys have changed over the year, but one thing has remained constant. Children still enjoy playing with toys. Boys and girls, you are now looking at a chart, and this chart is divided into three separate areas. We have Pioneer toys, we have Pioneer and modern toys, and then lastly, we have modern toys. As you already know, this is not a Venn diagram, but this is going to help you how to use a Venn diagram just a little bit better. I'm going to show you three examples of how to use this chart. Let's start with Pioneer Toys. And let's go down at our word bank and come up with a description of a toy that children played with during pioneer times. I chose the word corn husks. When we read the passage Toys of Yesterday and Today, it talked about pioneer toys being made of corn husks. Let's go over to modern toys. Again, I will go down into our word bank and pick a word or a description that goes along with modern toys. I picked machine made. In the selection Toys of Yesterday and Today, it stated that modern toys were mainly made out of machines. Back to our word bank. I am going to pick make believe. And the reason why I'm putting this in the middle is because Toys of Yesterday, meaning the 1800s, and modern toys, meaning today, are both used for children to play make-believe. So that goes in the category of pioneer and modern toys. There are other words in the word bank. If you'd like to take a second and talk to your team about where you think these descriptions would go ahead. Okay, we're going to move on to our next page. Ta-da! Here we are. We are looking at a Venn diagram. Oh, sorry, boys and girls. There we go. All right, like our chart, this is divided up into 3 areas. This red circle corresponds to Pioneer toys. The blue circle corresponds to modern toys. And then finally, this center area corresponds to Pioneer and modern toys. So what I would like you and your team to do on your own Venn diagram, use the word bank and decide which descriptions best fit Pioneer toys, similar to our chart, modern toys, and that share the same characteristics. That goes in the middle. Good luck and have fun.